Good morning, everyone. It's Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building for another SPS Monday Motivation. It's a holiday edition. Happy Memorial Day. Some of you guys are sleeping in, and some of you are probably up doing something different. Want to wish you a happy Memorial Day. Hope you're able to enjoy yourself and enjoy time with family and friends. One extra day off, and that's a good thing. So what is today's topic? It's something that has been kind of in the headlines more than most times as of recent, referring to artificial intelligence, and that is artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. Artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. And what's the difference? And what can we be on the lookout for? And how can this play a role in our lives to make our lives better going forward? Oh, man, we up early at it. Got my brother Aaron Mays. Good morning, brother. Good to see you, brother. It's a long time no see. And my brother Kevin Marshall, always on it. Good morning, brother. How you doing? Good morning to you, brother. This has been on my mind because of late we've been hearing the discussions about how artificial intelligence is now playing a new role. And Michelle Mimi Watkins, I had a treat this weekend, folks. I got to see my good friend Michelle Mimi Watkins coaching over at Cody High School, and you're going to see an awesome interview with her in the coming days, that is. Michelle, appreciate your support and all you do for those young people. It was a great time seeing you. But I'm just talking about this artificial intelligence and how it's been kind of making waves, and I'm just going to give you a little bit more detailed information about it. AI, as it's commonly referred to, as you may know, is a technology that enables machines to perform tasks that would typically require human intelligence, such as recognizing patterns, making decisions, and processing natural language. Also, AI is often powered by machine learning algorithms. We hear about algorithms all the time, especially with social media. And what they do is they allow the system to learn and improve over time. So it's constantly building upon itself going forward. Michelle says, thank you for interviewing our athletes. It was great seeing you. Yeah, your athletes were outstanding. I want to wish them the best, and I appreciate what you guys are bringing to bear. It's definitely in support of this great campaign we're on with the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network and the work we're doing. And it's going to play into what we're talking about today. So even with artificial intelligence, folks, despite the advances and the possibilities, it's important to remember that there are limits to what it can do. One major limitation is AI is only as good as the data is trained on. And there's actually some controversy from Silicon Valley and beyond about some of the biases in artificial intelligence, because if there's not a diverse group of individuals giving it the data, that meant that what it builds upon and these algorithms it create can almost do things like not include things that impact people of color and things like that. So there's a whole discussion in that space, but that's not the focus right now. Also, too, if the data is biased or incomplete, the AI system reflects those biases and limitations. That's one thing. But a few more things on this. AI is also incapable of true creativity and innovation. That's what I want to emphasize when we talk about artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. Now, while AI can generate new ideas and solutions based on existing data, it cannot think outside the box and create original ideas. I know people may want to argue that eventually the artificial intelligence will be thinking for itself, but it's always still building on one foundation. It's the human intelligence that brings the creativity. It's the human intelligence that brings the innovation. I want to emphasize that too. This is because AI is based on these algorithms and these patterns, whereas human creativity is driven by intuition, inspiration, and imagination. And those are going to be our three core terms today: intuition, inspiration, and imagination. Commonly used term, but I always like to get into the definition of it, right? What is intuition? The ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. It's that gut feeling you have, is when you can look at something and say, oh, okay, I get it. And it's a great thing. When I look at this image right here, I think this is a really powerful image to look at and be reminded of when we talk about what we bring to the table as it relates to human intelligence. That's accessing your inner wisdom, trusting your instincts, finding your path. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and your energy is putting off something and telling you something. When someone walks in and know what they're doing or what's going on with them, you can read them. It's when a friend or a loved one is feeling kind of down or bad and you reach out to them. And it may not even be you physically seeing them. It may be you having this gut feeling like, man, I haven't talked to my guy in a minute, or I haven't talked to my friend. Let me reach out. See, these are the things that human intelligence brings to the fore that we have to remember. So not to be concerned concerned and overwhelmed about what artificial intelligence is growing to be. I don't want us to feel that we're going to be taken over by robots, if you will. I know we got Will Smith movies, I, Robot, and all that, but I want us to understand that what makes us human is what makes us powerful. Our ability to emote and do these things. What's another thing that I brought up when we were talking about this artificial intelligence is the inspiration part. Inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. It's the inspiration that makes you guys want to start something new. It's the person who may have wanted to start the business. It's the person who had this great idea. Again, the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. Creativity is important. We got to understand that we can't just let these algorithms take over. We got to still be able to do our part and bring that to the fold. Michelle says, people are struggling now to think and process for themselves. Very good, Michelle. You're absolutely right. No need for watering down of our minds. Well, it's so easy because of this thing. Love it or hate it one way or the other, because we say, hey, it's so easy and convenient to have these things work. And I guess is that Chat GPT, that's the new way where you can just have something write you a letter, a breakup letter or a makeup letter. You can have something, have Biggie Smalls rapping over a Tupac song or something like that. And it's so funny because the times I've heard it, you can sense that it's not correct. But why I want to emphasize this point, folks, is that we have to realize that the more we stay connected to our human consciousness, the more we stay connected to our feelings and our emotions to be able to manage things in a way, that's what's going to separate us from artificial intelligence, so we don't have this complete reliance on all these things that are going on. And then lastly, the other third pillar of the term that we were going to talk about was going to be imagination. That's the faculty of action of forming new ideas or images or concepts of external objects not present in the senses. That's like saying, I had this idea, I want to bring it to fold. I want to bring it to bear. I want to bring it out. And it's so easy that technology can take us away from that. Technology can make us not want to use our imagination and let these ideas be suppressed. I saw something that Alicia Keys just said recently on the Reels, and it was so cool. She said for so long she was stopping herself from being magnificent. We're stopping ourselves from being the best version of ourselves because we get caught in what we see on social media. We get caught in these limitations. We see this artificial intelligence. We try to find a life hack, as they say. Well, let me put in an app that can just take care of that and let the artificial intelligence go instead of just continuously working on what we have internally. This is what makes us who we are. This is what human intelligence is, and we have to remember that. And sometimes we may go through our feelings and have our emotions that may put us in a situation where you got to snap out of it, because we've been so caught up in what the technology is showing us. But I'm here to tell you that it's really important that we focus on the human intelligence part and realize that the things that we created, the computer, won't be smarter than us because they can't do the things we can do. They can't relate to people the way we can relate to people. Despite what the app can say, despite how it may sound and all those things, you got to remember that. And if this is a matter of you addressing issues of mental health, I got to connect with our great partner, the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network. Whether you're down in the Wayne County area or not, you can check out the resources that we've always talked about on the different social media apps to combat some of the issues that we see in this world as it relates to mental health. Whether it's an Android or Apple phone, go ahead and put your phone up to this screen and download the app so you can have some resources that you can pass along to someone like that. I just don't want us to feel scared that the computers are just going to take over. I think the more that we connect to our humanity, the more that we connect to these things that computers cannot relate to, the more we'll be able to have the strength to go on and be able to overtake and be in control of our lives, to where it's not an algorithm that's determining who we are. Sometimes we got to break out of that box. Sometimes we got to break out of this constant platform of the things that we see and remember that it's our imagination, it's our intuition, and it's the inspiration that we have that make us human, that separate us from any other creation that man has made. So I won't keep you guys too much on this Memorial Day. It's a time to go out and enjoy yourself and relax. I had a great time this weekend. Looking forward to relaxing and getting into, a great season. So with that, I want to wish you a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and a great life. And I appreciate you guys supporting SPS. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.